All right, so for our mobility, I want to keep this super simple and just give you 5 movements that I want you doing every single day. Okay, we're going to start seated, and you can use a band or a towel if you need to. We're going to wrap this around your feet. Both knees are going to be bent. And the reason I say you can use a towel or a band is I want you to get your knee fully straight as we do this. Okay, we're going to straighten one knee, keeping the other bent. Bend that back and forth. As you get better at this, you're going to get closer and closer to the feet until at some point you're going to be able to go all the way to the feet. And with this, we're going to go 72 total. Okay? In the beginning, you're going to have a little bend in the back. The more straight we can keep the back, the better. And we're going 36 per side, just holding for about a second at that end range with the legs straight. And you should really feel this one behind the knees, maybe some in the hamstrings. And in the beginning, you might even feel some in the hip flexors as they're trying to straighten that leg out. Okay? Once you finish that, we're going to move more into the hips. So seated, you're going to bring one foot right up next to your butt. The other foot, you're going to bring up and over that knee. If you can't get there, it's totally fine to start out somewhere like this and just grab on and pull it in as tight as you can. Most people will lift their butt to get there, which is also fine. Goal number 1 is going to be to work your butt back towards the floor. And then you're going to start to try to lean away from that hip until you feel a good stretch in the hip there. Okay? We're going to hang out in this position for 2 full minutes. It's going to feel like forever. But most people, about a minute and a half, you're going to feel it let go. And you can either sink deeper into the stretch or just stay there and keep breathing. I don't want you cranking into this, holding your breath, driving really far. I just want you to find a good stretch that you can keep breathing through and do that for the 2 minutes per side. Okay? Next one we're going to do, if you need a pillow or something for this to put under your knee, that's totally fine. We're going to put that pillow there, come up into a lunge. From this lunge position, I want you to take the front leg out to the side like this, and then we're going to try and sink into a stretch there, okay? If you need to hold a chair or something for balance, you can. I like to kind of lean my arms into my leg there, and I'll usually hold my heel down so I get more of a stretch in the calf here, but you're going to get a little in here, some in the calf, okay? This one, if you can go for that 2 minutes, that's great. If that's too aggressive, you can cut it back to like a minute or so. And if that's even too aggressive, you can just work on doing side shifts here, using something for balance if you need, just shifting in and out of that good stretch. Okay? That's going to be the first 3 that we do. Then we're going to move to one for the quad and for the hip flexor. If this is too aggressive again on the floor, if you put a pillow under your knee, it still bugs your knees, we'll do this standing. I'll show you that in a minute. But we're going to go into a lunge like this. Keep this leg forward, and all I want you to do is tuck your tailbone, squeeze your glute, and you're going to work your way forward like this, okay? As we do that, you should feel a stretch in the front here. You may feel some down here, and we're going to go into that nice deep stretch. Keep breathing, and we're going to hold that for somewhere between 1 to 2 minutes. If you can go 2 minutes, going a little further into the stretch as we get a little bit more loose, that's great. If a minute feels like enough for you, we'll stick with a minute. If that's too much on the knee, what we can do is we can go standing. This leg's going to be back. You're going to try to rock forward until you feel a stretch, and then you can work on rotating away, leaning away, whatever we need to do to feel a stretch over here. Okay, and same thing. Go for the 1 to 2 minutes. If that's too much, we're just going to rock into it and rock back out. Okay, this is a place we can start if we need to. Last but not least, we're going to do something called rooted 180s. And this is really just working on mobility through the whole body, using ankles, shins, knees, hips, spine, everything together. Okay, we're going to start with the feet about shoulder width apart. One knee is going to bend, the other knee is going to be straight. Okay, you're going to go back and forth with this, and you're just going to go as far as you comfortably can. With this, we're kind of exploring what you feel. So if I feel some in this hip, I'm going to kind of explore that, see what I feel, come back out of it, go to the other side. Okay. Once you get comfortable there, we're going to add layer 2. You're going to turn towards the straight leg. So bend, turn towards, come back up, bend, turn towards. We're going to do that until we get comfortable with those. The next layer we're going to add is the spine. So as we bend and turn towards the straight leg, you're going to try to look behind you. Bend, hips to the straight leg, rotate behind. Bend, hips to the straight leg, rotate behind. Last but not least, we're going to add the arms, and we're going to do that full range there, okay? For this, I don't necessarily give people sets and reps. What I want you to do is pick a song that you like and just do it while the song is playing. If you go for 10, 15, 30 seconds and you feel tired, just kind of rest a little bit, work back and forth, and then build back into it. And we're just going to do it for that one song each day. And that's it. We're going to do this every day and see if we can open up this range a little bit, get us to feel a little bit less stiff, and add some mobility into our daily routine.